Good morning. This afternoon, after you eat lunch and it cools off a little bit, I'd like you to go outside and look in your yard at any flowers or grass or beautiful things that Jesus and God made for us. Will you do that for me? Today, we're going to read a story called Birds and Flowers. People love to hear what Jesus knew about God. Everyone loved to be near him and listen to his words. People had never before heard anyone who knew so much about God's love. One day, Jesus was teaching on the side of a mountain. Young and old people, they all had come to listen to Jesus, and they sat down on the ground around him. "Look at the birds," Jesus said. "Do they build barns and store their food? No. God feeds them every day. Look at these wildflowers. Where do they get their lovely clothes? Do they work every day to earn money to buy them? No. Jesus dresses them in the most fantastic and beautiful colors. To God, you are so much more important than all the birds and all the flowers on earth. God takes care of the flowers and the birds, and he will also take care of you every day." So we need to thank God for thinking about us every single day and taking care of us, don't we? The next story is about a shepherd. Now, a shepherd is somebody that takes care of sheep, right? Well, this is a very special shepherd. Jesus loved to tell stories, and people loved to hear them because they had always taught important things about God. Jesus told a story about a good shepherd. Jesus said, "Listen and try to imagine that you are a shepherd taking care of sheep. The good shepherd had 100 sheep, and he took very good care of them. The shepherd knew every one of his sheep so well he could tell if some of them were about to get ill. Every evening, when they returned from the fields, the shepherd would carefully count all of his sheep before he locked them in the fence. One day he counted, and he realized that one little sheep was missing. Immediately, the shepherd knew he had to leave the 99 sheep inside the fence and go find the missing sheep. "There you are!" shouted the shepherd when he finally saw the little sheep and rushed over to it. He took it and placed it on the back of his shoulders and carried it home. The shepherd was very happy because his sheep that had been lost was found and was safe again. Jesus then said, "This story was really about God. God is like the shepherd in the story, and every person who gets lost is like the sheep. God will, in the same way, look and bring back anyone who has been away from him. God's joy is so much bigger than the shepherd's because people are so much more valuable to God than the sheep are." So, if we get lost in our faith or our believing in Jesus, or we do things that are wrong, and we know they're wrong, we just have to talk to God and say, "God, please help me. I know I did wrong, or I got lost, and please help me get my way back to you." And he will. Would you say a prayer with me, please? Dear God, thank you for watching over me just like the shepherd watches over his sheep. Amen.